Welcome to Transforming and Thriving
with best friends Brooke, Stacie, and Neelia.
Podcast dedicated to women sharing their inspirational stories. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Transforming and Thriving. I'm Stacie.
And I'm Neelia. Today we have the distinct pleasure of welcoming a truly inspiring individual, Maryanne Hibner. Maryanne is the founder and CEO of Hibner Design Group. Maryanne is a force, a creative visionary, a resilient spirit. Beyond her incredible professional accomplishments, Maryanne has also deeply inspired me on a personal level, particularly in how I think about giving back. Her commitment to community impact and thoughtful generosity pushed me to become more philanthropic in my own life. We are so honored to have her share her story with our Transforming and Thriving community.
Welcome, Maryanne. Thank you for being here. We are so glad to have you join us today. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks. I'm really excited. This is my first podcast.
Ooh, well, you know what? It's our first podcast that we're hosting. So we're all in the same boat. I mean, not this episode, but it's our first time doing a podcast. So we're all just learning as we go.
We're in it together.
Yeah. Well, let's just dive right in, Maryanne. Looking back, what comes to mind when you think about an experience that had a profound impact on you?
Gosh, I have to go back in time. I think we all do, right? I was a young teenager, and so I'm a driven person. And the reason is, when I was younger, I had a not so nice stepfather. And one of the things that he said to me, and it still is in my head, aren't you a loser? And, that just kind of sticks with you, especially when you're a teenager. And that has been my driving force for my success.
Mm.
I've been here to prove him wrong. But, the other day I was actually thinking like, Maryanne, you know what? You need to find another reason for your drive. And it needs to be in a more positive light versus trying to quiet down a negative voice that's been in your head since you were like 15.
Well, it sounds like, that's such a heavy thing for a young person to hear. And comments like that can really have a huge impact on us when we're young, especially from someone that is considered a caregiver and potentially someone that you rely on for your safety and well-being and just survival. But it sounds like it really fueled a significant part of your journey. It's incredible how words, even negative ones, can sometimes become unexpected catalysts. Can you
Yeah.
tell us more about, you mentioned the drive to kind of shift reacting beyond the negative. I'm curious to hear more about what that drive led you to, what that did for you.
Well, when he said it, it doesn't hit you until later, right? Like as a young adolescent, you don't realize what the impact of those words are until you continue with life and you're like, why am I so driven? And so at some point in my life, I said, I just kind of reflected back and like, where is this anger coming from? From me personally, right? Like, where's this anger coming from? And where is this drive coming from? And so I actually had to like take a step back and be like, oh my God, it was that time where he said that. And I just, from then on, it was like I had to like continue to prove him wrong. So I always had to be the best. Now, mind you, I did not go through the normal, I'm going to air quote, the normal channels of like college right after high school. It took me a while to figure out what my path was. So I went to work right away. I worked in the fitness industry. I ran a small fitness company. And so it was those younger lessons of running a business, dealing with adults at such a young age that brought me to kind of like the experiences to be where I'm at now.
it's really neat to see how you ended up having that fuel to create those experiences. And also, what a great way to kind of come full circle and have this like almost like corrective experience that you're able to give back and help others.
Yeah. So I have an interior design firm, and I've never referred to my employees as employees. They've always been referred to as staff members. And it's because for me, I didn't necessarily like the word employee because we're here together. And I want everyone to know that they're a team player. They're working alongside me. So, one of the things that I like to do is mentor. I'm big on mentoring, and I'm big on mentoring women. And it's because maybe of where I came from, of where I didn't have that confidence. And that is something that I came to the realization to as I started, really digging into my, I'm going to call it trauma of my youth, that I didn't have confidence. I still have that little voice in my head that says I'm not good enough. It is so hard for that voice to quiet down. So I do a lot of meditation, I do a lot of praying, but I think for me, as part of my healing, is being able to help other women, or male or female, of making them understand that they're good enough. So here at my firm, I am a strong believer of nurturing that. I actually just had a conversation with one of my designers. It was on Friday, and I hadn't really touched base with her because we've just been so busy. And I called her in, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? And she's like, oh, and so she was kind of sharing with me, the challenges that she was having. And I said, look, I said, you are good enough. You are more than good enough. I said, you need to own your worth, like step into your own skin. I said, you are working on the biggest projects that we have. Like, know that and have confidence in that. So I think these are the conversations that I have a lot with my staff. And I just wish that that happened for me, that someone had done that for me. No one's ever done that for me. And I think that's why I do it for others, is because I'm trying to heal that little girl.
I think that's very brave of you. And I also think that is such a powerful insight. You were able to reflect back and kind of learn maybe from your negative experience. I think it speaks volumes to who you are as a person and about how this experience can shift and drive you, sometimes even subconsciously. And you mentioned a little bit about how that little girl or little voice is in there. So when that little girl or that negative voice pops up, how do you typically navigate that?
Oh gosh. I think as I've gotten older, I've been able to navigate a little bit better, but that voice still, it still comes up. I mean, just the other day it came up again, and I had to make a conscious effort to be like, no. And, I mentioned that I've been praying a lot. And one of the things that I have started doing is when that negativity comes, I just pray and I'm like, Lord, I'm just giving this to you. Like, I can't do it. So you're going to have to do it for me. And that has actually helped me at that moment in time. And then I can move forward.
Do you feel that this experience has kind of shaped a path for you, like in your mother role, obviously in your entrepreneurial role, but even as your philanthropy work?
Yes. So one of the projects that we have had the honor of working on is with a company called A Mission for Michael. A Mission for Michael, they provide mental health homes. We now have done 3 of their adolescent homes, And I think we're going on our third or fourth adult home. I was talking with someone the other day because I had done this whole road mapping journey with him. And I shared with him about, a mission for Michael. And he said to me, what is it about that project that you love so much? When you finished installing the project, how did that make you feel? And I said, it makes me feel really good because I'm pouring my heart or I'm trying to heal that little girl through projects now, right? So we design these spaces for for healing, for someone to come in there that might want to be ending their life, a place that's very calm. So it's very much, of the neutral palettes, and we really put a lot of thought and effort into these homes. And mind you, these homes, we don't have a big budget. I've gone down on my design fee, so this is my purpose project now. But when I finish these projects, I hope that whoever is going to live there for the next 3 to 6 months, that somehow my soul or a little bit of me is in that house and that they can feel it. I'm sorry. I
Oh
just
my gosh, please don't apologize.
I just hope that whoever is living there or, like, when they are there and they are, like, down, like, they are just down in the dumps, and they're laying in their bed because they just wanna curl up. As silly as this sounds, like, whatever sheets that we ordered, the comforter, the pillow, the environment that they're able to just cry and let it out and just start their healing process. But I just hope that they feel the love that was put into that. They won't know it, but I just hope that they feel it.
Well, I can feel the love that you're putting into that just through your words, and I can feel your heart coming through when you share just this beautiful work, this, like you said, purposeful projects and the purposeful work that you're doing. And you're obviously putting so much of your heart and soul into making sure that they feel loved and supported and safe and comforted. So I'm sure on some level they feel that. And it's just so beautiful that you're doing that work. And what a neat way to take those past experiences and hurts that you had to endure and channel them into a way to give back and create a completely different experience and environment for your youth in your current stage of life. Yeah, I think it's absolutely beautiful and just very moving, to be honest. I am curious, what helps you in your ongoing practice? You're providing compassion to so many others in your world. I'm wondering what helps you in your ongoing practice of maybe giving compassion to yourself,
Oh gosh,
and
Stacie, it's
or
something I'm still working on.
or here's another one, or who do you turn to for those reminders? Who helps you in your life to give you those reminders for yourself? Who gives you compassion and
Ugh,
love and empowerment?
it really is just I'm going back to such a spiritual base. I have to remember to love myself first, and that's really hard to do. I think I'm just such a giver. Like, I'm always pouring out to, like, help others that I do lose myself. But it's going back to the basis of just having a strong spirituality. You know, I don't have any parents. I lost my dad when I was 5 and my mom when I was, like, 31. So, neither of them saw the the success or the hard work to get to where I'm at now. they've never, they haven't, the kids, like, they haven't seen any of this stuff of, of, of what I've been able to do with my life. And so, just kind of going back to the spirituality, I talk to my parents a lot. I think that helps for me. It helps. And then, of course, my husband, he's a strong partner. He definitely is a strong partner, and that helps. If you ever do chat with him and Neelia, he'll kind of joke with you because when he met me, I was so like wallflower and very quiet. He'll say, "Yeah, the Marianne that I married, the sweet little Marianne, she's gone." And it's because I've had to be strong. I've just had to be strong. As I got older, having a business, you have to be strong.
Yeah, there's definitely power in that and power in finding a partner or person, like Mike, your husband, who is awesome and hilarious, to be able to have that reminder or that best friend that, says, "Hey, by the way, Marianne, you got this. Take that little negative girl out of your mind and we got this, and we got this together." And even if you don't have a partner or a best friend, like you said, you use other tools like prayer and meditation to help you get through it and help you overcome.
Yes.
And I think it's such a magical journey from that hurtful comment from your stepfather, now finding your own voice, your confidence, your entrepreneurship, you being truly inspiring to not your employees, but your designers
Yeah.
and your team. I think it really highlights your incredible resilience of the human spirit. And I think you have been an inspiration to others in your community, in your job, in your firm. And I think it's such a beautiful and important message. And we really appreciate you sharing that with us. If you were to share with your best friend or maybe a listener today, what would be the message or maybe a final thought that you would tell that friend or female or woman or whoever it is that might need like an extra little oomph today?
I would say that if you have that little voice in your head that is telling you you're not good enough, don't listen to them because you are good enough. You are here on this earth for a reason, and that reason is love. Take away all the materialistic things, money. In the end, it's love. And I think if we pour ourselves into those close connections with people, your family, your friends, if everything that you do is based on love, that is successful. So just quiet the voice that says, you're not good enough because you are good enough. You're good enough because you're in this world. Everybody is good enough. Well, you're special. You're absolutely special. And whatever it is that you're going through, just know there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you're going to come out of it stronger than ever. And just let your light shine from within. Know your true worth, like know yourself and let that shine. That's what I would say to my friend.
I love that. And it's so true because when you're going through some really hard times, it's easy to forget that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, as you said, because when you're in the midst of it, you think, oh my gosh, how am I going to feel about this next week? And, the month later or a year later, like you might not even remember whatever it is you were going through in that specific moment. When you're going through that and you're in the throes of it, your world is exploding. I really appreciate your vulnerability. I said earlier, your journey is also a testament to the power of self-reflection and the ongoing process
Hmm.
of finding and embracing your true self. So I think it's truly a privilege to hear your story. And I think that I would love to hear more about how our listeners could connect with Hibner Design Group. And you shared about what you offered and your firm, and maybe even number 15. And
Yeah.
then, and I appreciate you also sharing the mission for Michael. So would you be open to sharing like how people could find you? And
Well, my firm, Hibner Design Group, we do commercial work, multifamily, student housing, and then now, mental health homes. So it's in IG is at Hibner Design Group. I have another company, number 15 studio. So we recently switched number 15 to more of a lifestyle blog until we're able to get that up and running again. And so that's IG's at number 15 studio. But I think I love to help people out. So just reach out to me on DMs on my Instagram, which is at Maryanne Hibner. Send me any questions. I'm an open book. I love if you just have a question or whatever. Meet for coffee. Anyways, I love helping people out. So if you need a cheerleader, or if you're at a crossroads and maybe you want to start a business, I can totally help. Any advice I'll give.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for not only just being here today, but for being so open and vulnerable. And I think that your experience that you shared is something that so many people can relate to, honestly, on some level. Having something that was said to you that was really hurtful at a young age just can have such a huge impact on us. And to see how you have channeled that into this very deep desire and care for helping others, and not only helping, but empowering others is just beautiful. And yeah, I'm thrilled that we had you here, and that, hopefully people will be able to connect with you. And thank you for offering not only for people to connect with you on Instagram, but to meet for coffee. It's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
and we'll include all of that in the show notes as well. So if anyone listening wants to find her, we'll have all of those in links in the show notes. And did you want to share how to find the mission for Michael as well?
Yeah, so their Instagram it's just spelled out, A Mission for Michael. They're revamping their IG right now, but yeah, it's a great organization. Again, it gives people the time to just kind of regroup and get the 24-hour care that they need.
okay, we'll include that too as well. Thank you so much. Well, we really appreciate you being here today, and we can't wait to hear more from you and connect with you and hear about the people that reach out to you as well. I'm so glad that we got to chat with you today.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to share. I didn't expect to cry, but I hope I'm able to help someone out there that may be going through the same thing. So that's
Thank
worth
you.
it.
It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate you guys.
To all of our listeners, thank you for joining us on this episode of Transforming and Thriving. We'll be back every other Monday with more inspiring stories. Please follow us on your favorite podcast app and follow us on Instagram so you can be a part of this community and stay up to date with each episode. Feel free to leave a review so that we can get your valuable feedback and other people can find these powerful stories. We're all in this crazy life together, so let's move through it together. See you there.